Tomorrow, people in the corridor can experience something very few people in the world ever have: a ride on a B-17 bomber.
It's the type of plane that was used throughout World War II on bombing missions, mostly in Europe. But now there are only about 10 in the world that can still fly. Fox 28 News reporter Kevin Barry was a lucky one who took a flight on one of those today, and he's live with the plane now. Kevin, you're a lucky guy.
I know, Scott and Tiffany. Pilots say it handles like a cement truck with 2 flat tires and no power steering. And it's unlike any plane you'll ever fly in today. And that's the point, when you take a flight on this plane, to take a step back in history. It was an airplane that shaped World War II and changed how planes were built.
It taught men and women in aviation and construction and engineering that they could build bigger things.
But the Flying Fortress needed all those guns just to do its job.
There are only 2 kinds of airplanes in the air. There's fighters and targets. The bomber is a target.
It's a reminder of when the world was a lot different. Planes like this one were assembled by the wives, daughters, and girlfriends that soldiers left behind because most of the men were at war.
They were in their teens, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old. An old guy was 24 years old.
So with the anniversary of the D-Day invasion tomorrow, Rick says these flights are a lot more than just trips down the runway.
It gives you a sense of history, and hopefully it sparks people to be interested in aviation and want to fly and participate in it, volunteer.
Wide-eyed passengers can learn about how a ball gunner was crammed underneath the plane.
That's a different view of the war as opposed to the Top Gun and tail gunner.
And just how great the greatest generation was.
They essentially forewent their later childhood years to grow up overnight and perform a mission with heroic results.
Every once in a while, a visitor knows each nook and cranny just a little bit better. Chances are they're a World War II vet who flew on a B-17, and while everybody else is learning something new, they're thinking about something old.
A lot of them will revisit the memory of a lost crew member. Think about those who should have been here and aren't.
Ground tours on this plane are $10 tomorrow. If you want to be part of one of the public flights, the cost is somewhere around $450 to take a tour around Cedar Rapids on this B-17 like we did today. More information on that is on our website at fox28iowa.com. Covering the corridor in Cedar Rapids, Kevin Barry, Fox 28 News.